Boy, I got to tell you, if I were a betting man, I would have just about bet the Rants that Charlie Crist was going to be our next governor. I didn't think Rick Scott was going to be able to come back from the debacle of his debate performances, the Fangate thing, etc. I thought the remaining undecided, low-information voters would take a look at that and say, I'm not voting for that guy. He was terrible. And the polls showed that he got, he lost several points. But then at the end, Rick Scott comes back and he wins by 1 point, 48-47 over Charlie Crist. How in the world did that happen? It was a surprise to me, but there are two factors. First of all, I think people, forgot somewhat about the debate performance by Rick Scott and took a look and said, wait a minute, I'm voting for Charlie Crist because he looks and sounds like a governor, but this guy's flip-flopped all over the place from one party to another. How do I know that he'll govern in the same way that made him worthy of my vote? I think that really cost Charlie Crist. And then there's something else. Libertarian candidate Adrian Wiley was polling 7, 8, 9% before the midterm election. He got less than 4%. In the end, you had hardcore libertarian backers of Adrian Wiley. But then you had the people who were only going to vote for him because they just couldn't stand either Crist or Scott. Those people broke away from Wiley because they wanted to make their vote count. And politically, ideologically, they found Rick Scott a lot closer to where they are than they found Charlie Crist. And those votes made the difference and gave Rick Scott, as flawed a candidate as he is, and as poor a communicator as he obviously is, another 4 years as Florida governor. That's my take on the key race in these memorable midterm elections. Join us for the next edition of Bud Hedinger Live, 6 to 9 on Thursday morning. I'll be right here on the 50,000-watt front porch on News Radio 102.5, and I'll look for you then.